All right, welcome back. Hey, for years, people in downtown Indianapolis have read puns on the signboards of One America Bank, and most have a small chuckle, go about their day. They're pretty fun. For tonight's Unfiltered, we're taking a closer look at these signs and their punny nature. We want to bring in PR manager Zach Osowski. Zach, good to see you. Give us the backstory behind these signs, because I got to tell you, driving in and out of work, I've seen them for years, and they've always kind of brightened my day.
Yeah. Hi, Phil. Thanks for having me on. Yes, we hear that all the time from people who are driving into Indianapolis, driving downtown. They see on Monday, they can't wait to get in and see what the new sign's going to be. Yeah, it's a great way to bring some brevity to people's day. And at One America, we have a fun time coming up with whatever saying we're going to have for that week. And it is kind of a big team effort that goes into those puns and what the next joke is going to be. People can submit their own, and it's kind of like a friendly competition a little bit amongst One America employees as to if you can get one of your submissions up on the signboard.
Zach, I always like to know how the sausage is made. So if you can, pull the curtain back a little bit and tell us, is this something you do daily? Do you have meetings, emails? How does that work?
So it's a weekly process. We usually, unless something big happens, we try to do one new signboard every week. So on about Thursday, sometimes Friday, but once a week, we'll have a meeting with our comms team, external comms, internal comms, and we'll go over a couple options that we've received through the submission process. I'll play around with it a little bit, or someone else will play around just to make sure that, with the signboard, you got to make sure the spacing's right. You don't have too many characters on one line. You got to make sure, the joke makes sense and it's timely. So there'll be a team of, probably 5 or 6 people that kind of go through that. And then when we reach a decision, I'll send it to the management team at the One America Tower. And they have someone put up the signboard Monday morning. So that's kind of how the process works on a typical one.
I would be remiss, Zach, if I didn't bring up your former CEO, Jerry Semler, who unfortunately you recently lost. He played a role in this as well, right?
Yeah, he was actually the reason that the signboard is downtown, because he was pretty. He was a big player in getting the One America Tower built downtown. He was a long time. I think he was with the company for over 50 years, many of that as chairman and CEO. So when they decided to construct the One America Tower downtown, he was one of the driving forces behind that. And he was also the person who brought the signboard from the previous location at Fall Creek in Illinois downtown to where the 2 signboards are now. So without him, there wouldn't be that signboard that people know so well and see all the time driving around downtown Indianapolis.
I guess a big question is, do you ever wonder or worry, rather, about running out of puns?
No. There are an infinite number of dads in this universe, and always new dads, and so an infinite number of dad jokes. And yeah, we have been doing it since the 1970s, I think. So if you think about that, that's a heck of a lot of puns, and we haven't stopped or ran out, and I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. There's always new material, new things that we can add to the pun board, and we look forward to continuing to bring smiles to people in downtown Indy for a long time. Quick
question for you before I let you go, and I appreciate you coming on. I know you're new to this public relations role with One America. How much of your day has been spent on trying to come up with new ones?
Not too much. Luckily, we have lots of funny people that work for One America, so there's not too much pressure on me to have to come up with a new joke. And we have a big cachet of unused puns. So anytime we don't have something that's super relevant, like I think we'll have a state fair signboard coming up here in the next couple weeks. But if we don't have something pressing like that, we have a big well that we can draw from that's just full of potential submissions. So yeah, there's no pressure on me, not a whole lot of time spent on it, but it's definitely a fun and rewarding part of the job.
Yeah. Well, keep them coming. Zach, we really appreciate you coming on with us. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Phil.